Let's continue here, kids. A few years ago, our next guest starred with Tom Hanks on a television program on ABC, I believe, called Bosom Buddies. He is currently playing one of the biggest jerks on television on Newhart, and he is actually the first person we've allowed on this stage who has been on Circus of the Stars. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome actor Peter Scolari. Peter.
That's great, Dave. Thank you for coming. Good to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, I've enjoyed your work ever since I've been aware of what you did on Bosom Buzzy and also the Newhart show. And
thank you.
You're very good.
I have to try something because it's tough to follow Scott with the fan.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, here's a stupid human trick. Are you ready?
Yeah, but you really were never in any danger of removing an appendage.
Not really. I added the stimulant at the last.
Oh, well, I see we didn't realize that. So the difficulty goes up a couple of points.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Now, what did you do on Circus of the Stars? This kind of thing here?
With these chairs. Actually, I started about 5-6 years ago on Circus of the Stars. I'm a juggler. I did a little juggling. The next year they called and they said, how about if you juggle on a high wire this year? And at that time, I was recently divorced, so I said, you know, what the heck?
Yeah, nothing to live for.
It's kind of what I'd been doing all summer anyway. Did I mean something?
I don't know what that means either. It just sounded like it was a definite place for a moan.
Yeah, I guess so. You kind of cue them up and they go.
Yeah.
So then this brings us to about 3 years ago. This is when I learned that Circus of the Stars is not Circus of the Stars. It's Circus of the out-of-work actors. So coincidentally, I was out of work, so they were looking for me.
Your name goes into the hopper.
They say, well, let's see. His show's canceled. Yeah, the other guy's gone on. Yeah, let's get him. So they asked me if I'd do something really stupid, which was to do something like this, but without the upholstery. And by the way, I love this stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe your shampoo isn't doing the job that it's supposed to, Dave.
It's time for the dinner X
Now
challenge.
it should be somebody over here. Have you seen that commercial?
No.
Yeah. Well, maybe yours isn't. You know? Anyway, so they said, we want you now to, you've juggled on the high wire. You did a little juggling a few years for us. Now we want you to stack and climb 7 chairs, and on the top, do a handstand.
So you're high how off the...
About 22 feet. Yeah. You know, which for a little guy like me is it's a jump. Oh, you have this is wonderful.
Just arrived by special courier.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. And so you stand up there and juggle.
Yeah, now this is, let's see now. Oh, thank you. Mom, this is, and how about the girl?
Babe? Yeah.
Her name is, it's my agent. Any calls? This is Judy Pascal, actually. She's with an Australian circus, Circus Oz, who actually, while in the picture it appears as though she's sort of looking kind of unaffected by all of this, she was a nice helper because while she's holding there, she's kind of holding this stack so that, you know,
she's actually
if I'd really screwed up, she's helping stabilize.
Did you enjoy this experience?
I did, actually. It was painful. But I'd been through that, too.
So anything else you want to do for us, or what do we do? We got
sure.
we have to do a identification, and we'll come back here and see what other things Peter has for us by way of entertainment. We'll be right back. Back to the show. Peter Scolari is here, and a little bit later, Wayne Cotter will be joining us for his network television debut, Maybe. Monday on the program, Marv Albert will be here, Richard Lewis, and Lynn Dakin will be here with a dishwashing demo. You know we're in a ratings period. Do you ever talk to Tom Hanks anymore? You guys were on that series.
My people talk to his people. It's that kind of thing out in Hollywood.
How long did that show last?
I guess we had a good 2.5 years.
And then didn't somebody bring it back or bring back?
This wonderful network here, NBC, brought it back a couple of summers ago.
Yeah.
Brandon Tartikoff explained at a press conference why he was bringing the show back due to the success of one of its stars. He said at a press conference, "I'll leave you to guess who it was. It wasn't my chair stacking that did it." Yeah.
But
yeah, Tommy and I are still good buddies. We were very close friends.
Yeah. He's a nice
dare
man.
I say, a very nice man. And we were bosom pals.
There you go. Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were very close. And but now I call, and his secretary says, "I'll have him get back to you." Yeah, don't worry.
What about things on the show? How is it working with Bob?
Bob is a peach. Well, maybe people didn't know that. He's a delightful fellow. A peach who stammers. Very nice man.
How does he stammer?
Well, there's a difference now. There's stuttering, which is a guy that you kind of felt for in high school. You said, "Gee, is this guy ever even going to get to college? Is he going to get a job?" He's the guy who said, "But what do you mean?" You know.
Yeah.
Or he said, "My name is Mike."
Yeah. You know, you can cure that now by putting your tongue in a fan.
Yeah.
New development.
So,
but Bob more of a stammer.
Bob now stammers. So there'll be a situation in which some bad information is coming to him. And he's brought that information into existence somehow by doing something, you know, within the realm of conscience at the outset. But it's turned back on him, of course, because he's every man. Or is he various men? Some men.
Yeah.
He's odds and ends, I guess, is what he is. For 200, please. And but a stammer will leave him saying, well, a person will come in and say, "Well, how could this be? I put the money into the house, and I was told I would get the lease, and then it backed out. Who could have done such a thing? Who could have killed this, squashed this thing that's so important to my life?" Cut to Bob. Well, that would be me. You know. So the guy, you know. The guy, you know, we learn 17,000 lines. You know, we do the setups. Then they cut to Bob. That would be me, and he scores.
The show's very funny. Everybody on it's great.
We have a lot of fun. In fact, our writers, I think, are like pals with your writers or something. They said to say hello. Do they all know each other?
We should put an end to that immediately.
Yeah. Because people are talking.
Look, you know, we're just out of time, Peter. You got all of this equipment. Do something really quick here, really spectacular.
I have
the
a
man
great.
is multi-talented. He brought his own Indian.
My own toys. But I have a great trick for
All
it. A stupid human
all right,
trick.
quickly, let's see it.
Here it comes. You
Okay.
ready? Watch these. There's
Peter Scolari.
it's a little juggling setup here,
Yeah.
Dave. I'm going to turn it so that you can see it.
Yeah. Very nice.
Isn't that cute?
Oh, now see, Peter, thank you very much. Come back anytime. We'll be right back with Wayne Patterson. After starring with Tom Hanks for 2 years in a show called Bosom Buddies, our next guest became a regular player on Newhart. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Peter Scolari. Peter. How you doing? Good to see you. How are you?
I'm great.
Good to see you again. You having a good summer?
I'm having a pretty good summer.
You have a brand new baby, I
do
understand.
indeed.
Is this your first?
I have a picture of him right here.
Let's take a look at it.
Here he is. No.
Oh, my God.
This is not him. This is for you, Dave. This is,
What-
he looks a little like this.
What is that exactly there?
This
What are
is,
we-
this a friend of mine, Omar Valdez here, drew this. He wanted you to have it. He took this from a dental impression of a Harvey P. car. So
Well, I'll certainly cherish this.
Well, I hope so.
Thank you very much. So tell me about your new is it baby boy or baby girl?
It's a baby boy.
And how old?
He is now 7 weeks.
What is
He's
it?
back. He's.
Oh, there he is right there.
Baby fan.
And then I'm guessing.
Oh, there he is.
The cutie. And that, of course, would be the wife and mother.
No, I've never seen that one. No, that is my wife, and she's 20, 30 weeks old.
How do you do? Nice to see you, ma'am. Is this your first visit to the World Trade Center?
She won't talk. She's shy.
That's a beautiful baby.
Yes, thank you. He's a good guy.
And you also have a brand new house?
Yes. Yeah. It's we moved in about 3 months ago, and people thought we were a little crazy to move into a house with a baby on the way, but it worked out pretty well.
No, it seems to be perfectly the perfect timing.
It timed out fairly well. It's we were in the house about 6 weeks, and we found that in doing a title search that you have to do, that WC
What does it mean exactly? Do you find out if there are any other liens on the property
yes, exactly
or something
right.
like that?
Yes, it's a legal problem, and they found out that W.C. Fields built this house in 1926. And we found, so immediately we scoured through the house to try and find any remnants, gin bottles. We did in fact find the top of a film canister, which I checked with a guy I work with. He said, "Yeah, this is nitrate. Yeah, this would hold the nitrate stock, the old film."
And absolutely worthless.
Absolutely worthless.
Yeah. Is it a big, rambling, old kind of Spanish stucco Hollywood mansion?
It's not. Well, the stucco we had removed. Took all the little pips off. Yeah, can be done now.
Did I see you Sunday in Pasadena or not?
Yes, it was me.
Oh,
it was not my evil twin.
Yeah, this was the big Emmy Awards, the 40th annual Emmy
The 40th annual Emmy Awards.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I had a good time for 20, 30 minutes there. It was just
really.
I was sailing. Yeah, I had the nominees seat. It's my second year as a nominee. I was pretty comfortable, and but nothing happened from there.
But that's all right.
The seating was good, and I was pleased about that.
Well, it doesn't make any difference if you
win. Who cares who wins? I don't think that's the... Yeah, I mean, you don't think that. You guys were up for 4 or 5 awards.
We won nothing.
You didn't win anything.
That doesn't...
And that doesn't.
No. It's just... But I must say, this was actually the first one of these that I sat through.
Well, you hosted last...
Yeah, even that one I left early. That one I couldn't tolerate. And you're playing golf? You've taken up the sport of golf?
I'm into golf now, yeah. Well, I'm at that point now where I'm not ashamed to admit it.
Why were you ashamed to admit it?
Well, anybody who was even remotely a real athlete, a guy who dealt with things moving, you go play golf and there's a little bit of... Well, Tom Poston got me started on the game.
You're taking it up later in life, or later in life?
Well, later in life.
Later in life.
I'm in my 30s now.
No, I didn't mean to imply that you had just a mere matter of... days left.
It's all right. There is a premature senility that sets in when you start teeing up a little ball and hitting it, though.
Yeah, but you enjoy it, or are you good at it?
I'm fairly good at it.
Yeah, like how good is fairly good?
I shoot in the 80s now and then, and...
What happens when it's warmer? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
Good night.
How about the back 9? But I want to tell you, you don't mind me adjusting my watch for the next 10 minutes.
Whatever you feel like you have to do.
Really, I need this to... Yeah. No, but I love golf. It's a wonderful game, and I was goaded into it. Because Tom Poston said, "Well, you were a football player in baseball, track." Yeah. I said, "Yeah, I did all that." And he says, "Well, so you hit a ball when it's coming at you fast, you can hit it." Sure. I said, "Sometimes I can." Yeah. He said, "Well, you ought to try this. The ball just sits there."
Stationary.
So I went out, and I whiffed more than I ever did in baseball.
Yeah. I played a little bit when I first got out of college, and it was for me the most frustrating, irritating, angering experience of my life.
It's a funny thing. Maybe that's part of the hook. It's an awful game.
Yeah, and the real problem is if you, during 18 holes, if you hit only one decent shot, that's enough to bring you back again.
Exactly right.
Yeah, and the craziness starts all over again.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Congratulations on your new baby.
Thank you very much.
And your new house.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back, folks. Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen. So, Paul, we have balloons filled with hydrogen and a flame, and I see a guy doing this. And I'm thinking my head's going to explode.
Yeah.
And now for the remainder of the show, we'll have that aromatic fragrance of burning hair.
Well,
Oh.
yeah. Did you get singed?
No, hey, what about this? Look out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh! Now, see, wouldn't that qualify as a dangerous toy?
Absolutely.
I would think so.
Nothing like a huge thing of hydrogen in a flame.
Well, what about a burning toupee, huh?
Yes.
No, it's not. It was his actual hair that caught fire. We wouldn't shortchange you. Our next guest is an accomplished and extremely agile actor who plays the part of Michael Harris on each week's Newhart. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the program, Peter Scolari. Peter? Are you all right, sir? Oh, easy. Oh, okay.
Is he all right?
Whoa, look out. God.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go. Please, sit down. Can I get you a beverage?
I'm all right.
Yeah, you'll be okay now.
Slipped on a bell.
Oh. That's my oversight. How are you?
I'm well.
What do you have? It looks like you have 3 canned hams.
Yeah.
And the purpose of those?
I'm not sure, Dave.
Those aren't your
You
canned
cook
hams?
them up and then you...
I guess you could for the holidays, perhaps. Nice to see you.
pleasure.
You're in town for the holidays?
Yes.
And you have a brand new, well, not a brand new, but you have a baby.
He's been around a while
Yeah.
now. He's 17 months.
So this will be the first, or does he know what's going on with the holidays?
He knows. He has a good idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We took him, we got in late last night. We took him over to the big tree out front.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
He went crazy.
Yeah. We had our little Christmas skating party down there last night. A lot of fun. Very nice.
I saw the kids with the bells backstage. This show's got everything. It's
Very festive.
exciting.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we do. And not to mention canned hams.
the canned hams.
Why don't you do whatever it is you're going to do
There was
with those?
some discussion of juggling something.
Well,
That's
sure,
I said,
do it.
you know,
Juggle 'em.
I didn't expect them to be in a can.
You want them uncanned?
I'm not sure.
Well, go ahead and try it. Can you
Although it is with natural juices. But
Why don't
the
you-
gelatin scares me. All right. Enough kidding around.
All right.
Huh?
Yeah,
Come on.
I think so.
I'll give it a try.
All right. Anton. I'll be over here if you need me.
It's going to be a little
Okay.
Won't go too long, fellas.
Very impressive. Now, you did actually street performing like that at one time, right?
I did for a while.
Where did you do that?
Until I was asked to stop.
Oh.
Here.
Here in New York City?
I was working off Broadway here in a rep company, and actually I was playing a street juggler in a 17th century artsy sort of thing. And I came out on like whenever I had a free afternoon, I would come out and work. Actually, not far from here. I'd work up the church, Metropolitan Museum of Art, of course, and there's churches along Fifth Avenue. I would actually constantly be asked to stop.
Would you make a lot of money, though?
I didn't do badly. Actually, one night,
What would be a good take for you?
believe it or not, one night I made a little over $100.
Wow.
And I worked about, thank you. Worked about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There were really good jugglers at that time. I mean, I think I've become a better juggler since.
Now, if people want to stay in that kind of work, where do they go from being street performers?
I'll tell you, they can make, to a certain point, they can make more money staying on the street than getting out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like doing stand-up work. For a juggler, it's a terrible grind, and there's 50 other guys doing it, you know.
All right, we have to do. I have no idea what you said. We have to do a station identification. Then we'll be back here. Elvis Presley, right, Paul?
Blue Christmas.
That's right. What year?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, take a guess.
I
63,
would-
exactly.
Is it
Yeah, I think it
63?
was 63.
Yeah.
Peter Scolari is here, and also Lenny Kravitz is here. And so where were we? Now, in addition to your own real-life baby, you're having one on the show, huh?
Yes, indeed. January 8th, give birth. Michael and Stephanie give birth to a child.
Have they been married long? I wasn't even aware that they had gotten married.
They were married at the end of last season, and when we came back this fall and started filming shows, Michael and Stephanie returned from a cruise, and she was 6 months pregnant.
That's some cruise.
Yeah. I guess they didn't like the food.
And how will this be handled? Do you have...
Tastefully,
Yeah.
Dave, I think, or not. And well, I promise Stephanie, because my character wants to film the blessed event, which, as I understand, is not an uncommon occurrence these days.
Videotape machines?
But she
cameras,
makes me promise I won't bring my video cam, my little portable thing,
Right.
into the delivery room, and I agree to that. And then I show up with 3 studio cams and a crew of 15. You know? She throws me out, and I get a little dejected, and I hang out with my buddies Newhart and Poston's characters, and they ply me with some television beer. You know?
The old TV beer.
Yeah. 3 sips of television beer, and I'm gone. Babe. And so I come back to the delivery room, not really drunk, because we had a problem with standards and
Right,
practices.
because there's nothing funny about
funny
being
about a
out
guy.
of-
Not really.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the guy, I guess.
No.
Nothing funny about me being drunk or TV drunk. Actually, I think it was more concerned about my acting in general. So we had to make these kind of references to, well, Michael, you're doing your Foster Brooks impression.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Nobody knew who Foster Brooks was the concern, so they changed it to Dean Martin, and evidently people had heard of Dean Martin.
People know Dean Martin as a drinker more than Foster Brooks.
I guess.
That's an interesting thing, isn't it? That would be a delineation there.
You know, they labor over this. The writers, you know, I'm not teasing them. Well, I am.
Yeah. Sure, you're 3,000 miles away. What do you care?
Come on.
So anyway, it turned out pretty well. You think the
I
episode?
think so. Yeah, Michael. My character's a little tipsy. I don't think we were allowed to say tipsy. I think in general you're not allowed to say.
Oh, you can say tipsy here.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah. And there's another word you can
That's
say
fine.
here that I said last night, but I'm not going to say it tonight.
Oh, all right.
Because we're getting ever closer to the holidays, and I think it's not
and let's
appropriate.
show a little.
Yeah. Now, can you do some impressions for us? We've seen you juggle. We've talked about your show.
That was some impressive stuff.
Do you have impressions for us?
I do. I have a very obscure impression. I have Shelley Winters.
Shelley Winters, been a guest on the show here.
Has she?
Yeah.
Well, you know, Dave, I was at a party in 1958, and a man came up to me and he said, "How are you, Shelley?" And I said, "I'm fine. Who are you?"
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. They're so nice.
They're festive. They're in a festive mood. Yeah.
For the holiday.
Yeah, that's right. They've been dodging
So
bells all night.
I said, "Who are you?" He said, "I'm Bill Holden. I was your first husband."
And now what?
They're wonderful. It's not as good as The Barber. I saw that, you know, in the green room, and
I know.
a little tear.
You think about getting out of the business when you see something like that, don't you?
You did a great
Getting out of the
impression.
barber
Who was
business.
the baseball manager? You did?
Sparky Anderson.
Boy, that was good.
Yeah,
I don't think it was appreciated. I don't think you had this kind of crowd. It really.
No, we're not. No, forget it. Because we're not. No, we're not.
It was good.
You do an impression of Jackson Brown. Is that correct?
No. No, I once did Shelley Winters doing Jackson Brown. It was when my hair was longer, and it was the kind of thing she went in, you know, "Doctor, my eyes." But I don't think. Boy, they turn on you fast,
I
you
know.
know.
Yeah.
Kind of holiday vendetta.
So you're back into now. This is where you're from originally. So you see all your family
Yes,
and all your
it's
friends.
very exciting to come back to New York.
Great.
It's
And-
a New York Christmas. You
And
know what I'm saying?
the show is in its right in the middle
In
of
its 8th season.
That's
I'm in my
unbelievable, isn't
6th.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. It's a
So
great show,
sorry.
and you're very funny. And Merry Christmas.
You too.
Thank you for being here. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Award-winning actor Peter Scolari died on Friday morning following a 2-year battle with cancer. He was 66 years old.
Just act natural.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're so cranky. Just watch me work.
The actor got his first big break on the 1980 TV comedy Bosom Buddies. He starred as Henry Desmond / Hildegard alongside Tom Hanks.
On Bosom Buddies, we had one steadfast rule, and that was if one of us didn't know what to do, just look at the other guy. See, we'd always had that.
Scolari went on to have a career that spanned over 4 decades.
I need to thank Lena Dunham
And landed an Emmy for his work on HBO's Girls, where he starred as the father of Lena Dunham's character.
Anna, you're a very funny girl.
Thank you, Papa. Dunham paid tribute to her co-star on Friday, posting this pic to Instagram alongside a caption that read in part, quote, "The shyest extrovert, the most dramatic comedian, the most humble icon. You had lived enough life to know that a TV show was just a TV show, but also to appreciate just what it meant to be allowed to play pretend for a living. And you never let us forget that this job was a privilege."
I feel very lucky.
Most recently, Scolari portrayed Bishop Thomas Marks on CBS's supernatural drama Evil. His resume includes work on both TV and film, including Fosse Verdon, Madoff, The Good Fight, Murphy Brown, The West Wing, ER, Gotham, Law & Order SVU, Ally McBeal, From the Earth to the Moon, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show, The Polar Express, and many, many more. But Scolari's success wasn't limited to the big and small screen. He also appeared on Broadway in hits like Hairspray, Wicked, Sly Fox, Magic Bird, Bronx Bombers, and The True and Lucky Guy, which Hanks was also a part of. Scolari is survived by his wife, Tracy Shane, whom he married in 2013, and his children, Nicholas, Joseph, Keaton, and Callie.